Welcome everybody to a top 5 ranked matchup in number 4 Omaha Central and number 3 Creighton Prep. It is a beautiful night here at Burke Stadium for a beautiful game of football against two very, very talented teams. Both of them coming in with a lot of momentum. And Charlie?
Yeah, I mean, just like you said, Central's coming in here with a lot of momentum. They just beat Westside. That was their first home loss since 2019. So obviously this entire Central team. You have a loss to Omaha North, so they have a bit of a taint on their record. This Creighton Prep team, they're 5-0. They beat a ranked, at the time, DeSmet Jesuit. They're now 1-3 or 1-4, and they haven't played a ranked team since Lincoln Southwest, I believe, where they won 31-10, I think. And last week they had a pretty solid win against Papio. But again, this Creighton Prep team hasn't been tested in around 2 or 3 weeks. And this Central team just played probably the biggest and hardest game that they've played in around 4 years.
Absolutely, and I think what this game is going to end up coming down to is who can stop each other's specialties the most. Junior J is obviously a very run-heavy offense, and Omaha Central very pass-heavy with a lot of threats in the air and a great quarterback.
And it makes you wonder how Prep is the 5-0 team and Central is the 4-1 team, because these offenses are just completely lopsided. Central has more of a balanced offense with 702 rushing yards, 6 yards a carry, 11 touchdowns, and 834 receiving yards and 13 touchdowns. They've also never fumbled, so they're doing a pretty good job keeping the ball safe on the offense. Meanwhile, Creighton Prep, only 428 total passing yards, which is a mere 85.6 yards per game, and a 52% completion percentage with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So Creighton Prep not taking care of the ball as much as Central is, and yet they're the 5-0 team.
As we look into the top 10 teams in the state, Millard South staying strong at number 1. Elkhorn South rose up to number 2 after Westside fell to Omaha Central. And, of course, the 2 teams playing today, Creighton Prep and Omaha Central, making up that 3 and 4. Westside fell from 2 all the way to 5 after the loss from Omaha Central. As we look into the bottom half, we have Papio South, and then at the 6, Omaha North at the 7, Bellevue West at 8. And to finish us off, Lincoln East and Kearney at the 9 and the 10. I don't know about you, but I'm quite surprised at Westside dropping all the way down to 5. I mean, obviously they lost to a very good Omaha Central team, but I still think they're very dangerous.
Yeah, I think that was really harsh of putting them at 5, because we know who Westside is, we know what they can do. And I think they just played a bit of a bad game, and Central played a really good game, and the results showed.
As we take a peek at some offensive keys here for both teams, obviously Andrew Walker and Sheldon Galladay here for Creighton Prep. Walker with 600 rushing yards. He's second in the district in rushing yards, just behind Tay Jenkins of Westside. And Sheldon Galladay, who's really been putting on a show this year in the air, receiving a lot of passes from Jack Lammers. And looking at Omaha Central, BJ Newsom, the starting quarterback, he's been very, very good. He's looking to throw the ball a lot. And, I mean, his number 1 receiver in Yasir Grigsby, who's 300 receiving yards on the year so far and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, and this Central offense, like I said, it's dynamic. But then Sheldon Galladay, he came off to a really hot start to start it off for Prep, but he hasn't scored in almost a month. So hopefully he can get that fixed today and get in the end zone.
Now we look at the defensive players for both teams. Mike Navarro with 38 tackles on the season, 7.6 roughly per game. And, of course, Nico Kosmic, who's a great, great secondary player. He's got some interceptions and a lot of tackles as well. And, of course, the 5-star Nebraska commit, Torrey Pittman, the safety, doing very, very well here with the Eagles. And in at linebacker, Demarius Mumphrey with 29 total tackles on the season. He's going to look to have a great game in getting a lot of tackles on Andrew Walker.
Yeah, and about Mike Navarro, he's really going to step up today. To start off the season, Creighton Prep, they lost one of their starting linebackers, and Charlie Addy. He's still out. He might come back in 1 or 2 weeks. They also lost Colin Corrigan 1 or 2 weeks ago. He's out today. And they lost Henry Jasinski around 3 weeks, and he's not going to be back for another couple weeks. So Mike Navarro is going to have a really good game to step up in their absence.
As we take a peek at last year's performance, it was a tight one, but Central snuck out with the win 34-30 on a last-second touchdown on the Junior Jays. And I think Creighton Prep's a little salty about that win.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think the safeties, they're the ones that are going to have to take that responsibility with the loss from last year. I know it's a bit of a different unit this year, but I bet they looked at the film and they took accountability for what happened, and they're going to step up today with Preston Woodward and Jordan Udofia.
As kickoff mere moments away, both teams ready to take the field. It looks like the Junior Jays are going to start us off kicking it to the Eagles of Omaha Central. Rory McGarry takes his steps back, looking to kick off. Looks like he's going to kick it off over to number 28, Caprice Keith, and number 2, Yasir Grixby. And we are officially underway. Great kick there from McGarry for a touchback. The Eagles are going to start at the 20-yard line.
This is going to be a huge drive for Central because, you know, Creighton Prep defense has probably been the best unit on this entire team along with their special teams. So if Central can score right here and kind of discourage them a little bit, they can just get rolling and it can just be a snowball effect and it can get real ugly real fast for Creighton Prep.
And I think it's going to be kind of a testing the waters for the Junior J defense as well. Like you said, a lot of injuries and really good players like Vinny Saul and Henry Jujinski as well as Colin Corrigan.
And also, I don't think they've ever played an offense this strong. I don't think they've played an offense close to this strong other than DeSmet, which I do think this is a very similar offense to DeSmet, but perhaps a little bit better.
It's going to be shotgun formation. Rolls out to his left. He's looking to pass. And that one's going to be complete. Number 28, Caprice Keith, and he's still on his feet. He's going to run upfield right around the first down marker.
Nico Cosme has been great all season, but he's got to make that tackle. It's a difference between a 1-yard gain and an 11-yard gain.
Back in the huddle. They will give him the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Newsom Jr. is going to pass it or pitch it over to Kylon Haney, and he's still on his feet. He's going to be tackled, but not after a really good gain of about 7 yards.
Yeah, and on pitch plays like that, you need to make sure your blockers are doing their job. And Angelo Walker just got stuffed, and there was about a 5-yard gap for their running back to just go right down.
Excuse me, that was about a 9-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Newsom Jr. back in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to his guy, Kylon Haney, but he's going to be stopped short of the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down.
And I'm surprised the defense is finally doing something just now because this defensive line is one of the best in the state right now with 20.5 sacks. They're going to be a key to stopping this run game because Central, their only loss of the season, they had 12 rushing yards. And I think that was just due to Omaha North's effective run defense. And so this defensive line with Jake Brock, Gavin Trapp, Aaron Shaw, they're going to have to step up this game.
3rd and short. It's a big play for both teams here. Looking to set the tone. Back to pass, and that one's going to, looks like they're going to rule it an incomplete pass. A lot of people wanted a fumble on that.
Looked like a forward pass to me.
It looked like it might have slipped out of his hands as he was throwing, but they're going to call that an incomplete pass.
I don't know, it looked like some miscommunication to me because the quarterback, the second he got the ball, he looked at right where he was throwing, but it was, I mean, obviously it was 10 yards shy of the receiver.
Looked like there were a couple Junior J defensive linemen back there causing it to slip out of his hand, and it's 4th down, and Central's looking to punt.
That's a good start for the Junior J's defense because this Central offense was about to start clicking, and I saw some sparks from this offense.
And it's going back. That's Cosmic. He's going to rule the fair catch.
Ooh.
And it looks like they're going to drop a flag on that after contact right as he was catching it.
Yeah, it looks like the Central player tried to stop, but he just had too much momentum. And obviously that's a flag.
That's tough to avoid. And now Junior Jays are just going to get some better field position after a quick 3 and out. I mean, we did see some good glimpses of a lot of great Central offensive plays and look to be shut out short there. And the Junior Jays are going to start their possession actually in Eagle territory at the 49.
And we know what this Creighton Prep offense does. Coach Tim Williams loves to establish the run. And this Creighton Prep offense, 819 rushing yards, almost 5 yards a carry. And Angelo Walker, his 4 of last 5 games, he's had over 100 yards. So you can bet that this first play will be a run.
Lammers under center. That's Navarro in the backfield as well. On the far side of your screen, it's going to go to Walker. And he's going to get a good chunk at around 5 yards on that play.
Something I've loved watching from this Creighton Prep offense is when Angelo Walker gets hit and he's kind of starting to get it wrapped up, the entire offensive line comes behind him and pushes him and gets an extra 1 or 2 yards, and that's probably won them a couple games, getting them first down to seal it up.
That's a great thing to point out. This Junior J team does not like to quit, even when it looks like he's down or he's already been hit. A lot of guys come to his assistance, or even if they're just one-on-one, they keep driving their feet and get that extra yard.
Yep, we over me.
Lammers back under center. He's going to pitch it over to Walker. He's going to try to get outside, but he's got a lot of Eagles around him, and he's going to be dropped short of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that's a night and day difference between Creighton Prep's pitch play and Central's pitch play, because I don't know who was supposed to be blocking on that play, but Central executed it much better, and obviously they got a lot more yards.
3rd and long coming up here for the Junior Jays. Got to wonder if maybe they try to go through the air this time. If I were the Junior Jays, I'd be kind of hesitant, as this Omaha Central secondary is very strong, obviously, in the safety, Torrey Pittman.
But I think Jack Lammers is also key to winning this game, because you can't just rely on Angelo against a team like this.
Absolutely.
You need a passing game.
So they got 3 receivers stacked on the far side. He's going to fake the handoff, and it's going to be a throw. That one was low. Complete to Nico Cosmic, but it's still going to be 4th and short.
The offense is staying out there.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
I love this call, establishing a tone. But, you know, it never works out. Sometimes it doesn't work out in your favor. You know, we saw that last night, Thursday Night Football, 49ers versus the Rams. They went for on 4th down, didn't get it, and that was game.
49ers are down a lot of players as well. Lammers in the shotgun, looking for a hard count. Audibles to his team. Walker moves to his left side, and Junior Jays will call a timeout.
Seemed like they were just trying to get an offsides call.
Timeout by the Junior Jays. CPSN will be back for more football coming up next. Welcome back, everyone, to CPSN. Junior Jays on a 4th and short. They're going to go for it. Running that Wildcat with several more players in the backfield. Looks like Central's expecting them to go to the right side with it. And he's going to go to the left side. And he's going to break a tackle and get that first down. And tackled.
Creighton Prep has loved that play all year. They've been running it ever since the Smet. And the blocks on that play were phenomenal. Angelo Walker easy first down for the kid.
And that's a great way to set the tone. I believe you said that earlier in the first, when they first got to that point. I mean, that's just a big that's a big confidence booster for this Junior J offense. Now they can go wherever they want with it.
Similar formation.
And this time he's going to actually go to the side with all the guys. And that's a good gain on the play as well.
Great balance from Angelo Walker. It looked like he got grabbed right at or before the line of scrimmage, but he was able to make some moves and get a gain of about 4 or 5.
More on that formation, like, it looks like they're just going to run right behind all those guys, but the Junior Jays have proved throughout the season that they don't just use that. A lot of times we've seen them go for pitches. We've seen Mike Navarro get a couple possessions in that formation as well, as Walker almost just had one guy to beat there, but he gets brought down, and it's going to be 3rd and short.
No, it's a very predictable formation that Prep's been running, but Coach Williams has done a great job at making it unique and his own. And that's what Creighton Prep's been running all year, and it's been doing great. I mean, they're 5-0, so they're gonna run it until it stops working.
3rd and very short coming up here for Creighton Prep. Walker hesitates, and now he's going. Sees a huge gap, cuts through it, and it's going to be another first down for the Junior Jays. They got a really nice possession going on here, marching down the field with some authority against this very talented Central defense.
That was a great burst of speed from Angelo Walker, and I think overall he is just an extremely well-rounded running back. You know, he can do whatever the offense asks of him. He can block, he can run right through guys, or he can just juke them, and I think Creighton Prep recognizes that.
Now it's Carney in the backfield instead of Walker. He's going to drop his shoulder for a big hit after a short gain of about 1.
Gain of 1, but it looked like there were some pretty good blocks. Roberto Macias-Sidzik, number 66, set a very good block. Looked like he could have bounced outside for a couple more, but overall good play, good design.
Walker checked back into the game for Carney. And they're still in that formation. It's been working so far against it. Oh, and a lot. Big jump there from the Central defensive line. And those are the mistakes that you want to avoid, especially in the position that you're in, marching down the field. And I think Junior Jays took advantage of that very well.
And this game has been hyped up all week around Creighton Prep. And the 12th man, the birdcage, is absolutely packed right now, and I think that took account for that flag that Central just received.
Walker to his left. Kind of jogging a little bit, but tried to cut up field, and he's going to get a few yards, and it's going to be another 3rd and very short. It's been a while since they've had a quarterback on the field.
Now you think they're going to run or pass?
I think the run's been working very, very well. They've been able to just kind of get through guys. Even if they get hit early at the line of scrimmage, then they're able to stretch out the plays and get a few more yards. Walker again. There it is. He got hit, but it looks like he kept his feet moving and got that first down.
This offensive line is doing Angelo Walker absolute wonders right now. And I believe I mentioned it before, but this Central defensive line only has, 2 or 3 sacks so far this entire season? And, I mean, I know Jake Brock alone has more sacks than that. So these trenches are just, this Creighton Prep O-line is just honestly bullying the Creighton Prep defensive line so far, and they really need to step up.
And I think that's a huge part of the game plan here for the Junior Jays. They knew that the defensive line for Central was on the weaker side, so they're going to rely on their run game extremely heavily as Carney runs to his right side, and he's going to get a few yards, a lot of good yards as he inches closer and closer to the goal line. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
I know for one of these defensive linemen, this is a bigger game for him than it is for most of these players. Aubrey Ross Jr. looks like he's playing left end, former Creighton Prep student. And you know, he transferred, and I'm sure he wants to beat his former team.
Played several years on varsity for the Junior Jays as an offensive lineman. Now it's Carney back in the backfield. He's going to go to his right again, try to make a cut outside. Made one man miss, but got tackled after a gain of about 3 yards.
That was great coverage by Central, you know. Looked like that corner just came flying down, and Kearney could only get 2 yards, even though there's some good blocks.
I know it's early in the game, but it looks like what's really working well here for the Junior Jays is running to that inside behind the blockers. Every time they try to go to the outside, they get swallowed up early by the corners and safeties of that elite Central secondary.
And you see Vincent Constantino going in there. Creighton Prep likes using the fullback more than most teams.
Walker hesitates, goes to his left. Breaks one tackle, and it's going to be 4th down inside the 10-yard line. Just the way that the first down markers were set up, they weren't able to get that 1st and goal call. They have to get all the way down to the 4-yard line if they want to do that.
And I respect them for staying out here, but I mean, I think the smart thing to do is just to take your points. This is a very good Central team, and you can't leave any points off the board.
Absolutely. I think it looks like they're going to try to keep their offense out there, but I mean,
you would think they're just trying to get an offsides call, but who knows?
Worked once before. Looks like they're going to keep it. It's a pop pass, and that one was intended for Sheldon Galladay, but he's going to run into a Omaha Central defender, and they're going to get a call for a pass interference there. Looks like the Eagle defense is not too happy about that call.
Yeah, and I don't know why, because it looked like Sheldon Galladay was getting hugged in the end zone. Easy call for the ref.
Absolutely, and I mean, it's just those easy mistakes that are very, very avoidable that you got to eliminate from happening, especially in high-pressure situations like this, because now you just gave the Junior Jays 4 more tries to get 4 yards, and it looks like they've been only needed 1 or 2 tries to get 4 yards this entire drive.
With a run game as efficient as this, you really can't up those penalties. Creighton Prep has 14 touchdowns on the ground.
And it is now 15 as Angelo Walker breaks 2 tackles and reaches for the end zone for the first points of this game. Junior Jays strike first in this top 5 ranked matchup.
And Central's going to have to respond with B.J. Newsome. He saw what happened, and I think this offense from Central is going to have to start getting more aggressive, similar to what Creighton Prep is doing, like going for it on 4th down.
Roy McGarry takes 2 steps back, 2 steps to his right. He's a left-footed kicker, and his extra point is up and good to make this a 7-point game in favor of the Junior Jays.
And that's a great way to set the tone for this offense. You know, like I've said, the passing game has kind of struggled, but this run game is really where Creighton Prep is thriving, and I think establishing it this early on their very first drive is going to be huge for Creighton Prep to maybe get the win.
Junior Jays kick off to the Eagles. Up next on CPSN, don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone, to Burke Stadium. Junior Jays strike first to make it a 7-point game as Roy McGarry will kick off. And this one will be another touchback. We haven't seen him get a lot of touchbacks in the season. I'm surprised. I'm wondering if he figured something out, get it further, or maybe they switch up the game plan to try to limit the Eagles' return yards.
And going back, looking back at that Creighton Prep offensive drive, that was good for a lot of reasons. You know, they took 7 minutes off the clock, and for guys like B.J. Newsome and Kylon Haney, all they could do is watch, and that's very discouraging for an offense to just see their defense just keep on getting beat on 3rd, 4th down.
The Eagles line up in a very pass-lenient formation, and they're actually going to hand it off over to Haney, and he's going to be stopped right around the line of scrimmage for no gains.
And I think one of the X factors for this game is going to be B.J. Newsome, because this Creighton Prep defensive line, 20.5 sacks, and I believe 41 TFLs this entire season. B.J. Newsome's going to have to pass the ball if they want to win this game.
Eagle offense, after a short huddle, approach the line of scrimmage. Back in a shotgun formation is B.J. Newsome. He's going to bring Brixby in the motion. He's pressured early, and that short pass complete to, I think that was number 8, Kylon Haney, and he's hit hard.
Yeah, and going back to Creighton Prep's 20.5 sacks, it is going to be very hard to sack a player like B.J. Newsome. He's an extremely elusive quarterback, always looking to throw, very smart, and that's what gets him 4 stars.
Looked like Angelo Walker was in the backfield really early there, but he got tripped up, unfortunately, and that's a really good gain there. It's third and about 3 yards here for the Omaha Central Eagles. Here's Newsome. He's going to take it himself, and he's going to be stopped right around the marker, and they're going to call it a first down.
Yeah.
That's a great play there. I mean, if you're the Junior Jays, you're kind of watching the pass this whole time. It's a very pass-heavy offense from the Eagles, and I think the QB draw is the right call there for just what they needed, and it's going to be a first down.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal passer, but again, you have to account for his legs, and you see it there. Gets the first down.
Newsome does not have a running back. He's looking, and he's going to run for it again and slide, and he's got hit kind of late there, but no flag thrown. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, that was Michael Navarro on what might have been a late hit.
I think Junior Jay's got to be careful on that. I don't think anyone was expecting a high school quarterback to slide, but he did, and they're going to have to be careful of that.
And we see his mobility there. But to talk about his passing, he's had 100-plus passing yards in his last 4 out of 5 games. So he can sling it if he wants to.
You kind of seen him looking. It's going to be a quick screen pass over to Brixby, but flag is thrown very quickly, and they're going to call false start on the offense, and they're going to have to move back.
This birdcage drawing some penalties early on.
Gotta wonder how many of these, or how these penalties might come back to bite Central. That's already their 3rd penalty on the game, and one of them resulted in a touchdown for the Junior Jays.
Yeah, and I don't think these penalties will affect them that much. Last week against Westside in the first half, they were 5 for 6 on 3rd down, so they know how to pass the sticks.
And that is how the first quarter will end after a dominant drive from the Junior Jays that took a lot of the time off the clock. The Eagles of Omaha Central will start with the ball in the 2nd quarter here on CPSN. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, football fans, to a lovely evening here in Burke Stadium. The Junior Jays lead the Eagles 7-0, leading into the second quarter. The Central Eagles, off of a false start, it's going to be 2nd and 10 for them with Newsome in the backfield alone. He's going to look to pass, and he's going to have to run. He's got a lot of room, and he's going to drop the slide again.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be using his legs a lot this game because this Creighton Prep pass defense is absolutely phenomenal even with all these injuries. But they never played a dual threat quarterback similar to this Central BJ Newsome.
And it's going to be 3rd and short. He didn't quite get that 10 yards he needed.
And this is where you see that 5 for 6 on 3rd down come into play.
Lined up in an I formation. It's going to be a pitch out to Haney, and he's going to be shopped at around the line to gain.
Looks like he got it.
Waiting for the call. It looks like they're going to give it to him. 1st and 10, Omaha Central. They're kind of marching down the field, putting up a pretty nice drive of their own, thanks to the legs of BJ Newsome.
And both of these defenses are absolutely amazing. So I think these drives could be very slow, very drawn out. And that could get us a lower scoring game.
Brixby in for a little motion. And now Newsome's going to get sacked. What a great play by this Junior J defensive line. He was looking to pass deep, had his eyes set, and looks like some defensive linemen from Creighton Prep snuck around his blind side and were able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Yep, number 56, Gavin Trapp. Great play from him getting Creighton Prep their 21st of the season.
2nd and 15 coming up here for the Eagles.
And this is where we see BJ Newsome start to pass the ball. Or run, we don't know. That's what makes him great.
I think if you're Creighton Prep, you got to kind of keep your eyes on him even when he's passing because he's looking to run. And it's going to be a quick flag. And they're going to get the Eagles on another false start.
This Eagle offense not disciplined to start the game, and you don't win football games with this many penalties to start it off.
That's going to make it 2nd and 20 here for the Eagles. They're backed up to their own 31-yard line, and this is going to be tough to come back from. But I mean, we've seen teams come back from 1st and 30 against this Junior J defense.
This is going to be a big drive for Preston Woodward in the secondary.
It's going to be Newsome in the backfield with Haney to his left. And he's looking to pass. And he's going to have to roll out again. But he's going to make a pass downfield, and he's hit right away by number 30. That's David Haney.
And that David Haney, this is his first game starting for the Junior Jays defense after all these injuries. Colin Corrigan, Charlie Addy, Henry Shashinsky. Good start for him.
We've seen that position step up so much throughout the season. It doesn't matter who's in it. They've played very, very well all year.
And I think when something like that happens, you have to give credit to Coach Monson and his scheme because this is a lot of depth, but they're getting implemented right away into the system.
3rd and 16 here for the Eagles. Junior Jay's looking for a lot of the same. And he's going to have to roll out again. Newsome, and he got hit, and he fumbled it right into the hands of number 73, Brogan Keating, and he's still on his feet running, and he's dropped within the 10-yard line. What a play for the Junior J defense.
Good awareness from Keating. It looked like it could have been a fumble, but he got his eyes on the ball immediately, and he picks it off and brings it inside the 10.
I don't think Newsome's had a chance to throw the ball yet. This Junior J defensive line has been so aggressive and so dominant so far in this game. He's had to roll out or has gotten sacked, and obviously we saw there fumble the ball every time he's dropped back to pass.
I bet his head is spinning right now after a play like that.
I mean, he got sacked twice on that drive, nearly matching all of Central's total sacks throughout the season. And it looks like they're going to run that same power formation with Andrew Walker in the backfield. Walker hesitates and goes. That's a good game of about 5. One more of those, and they're in the end zone again, make it a 2-score game.
And with two defenses like these, both stellar, it's going to be a game won in the trenches. And so far, this game is reflecting that with Creighton Prep up 7-0 and in the red zone at the 5-yard line.
Constantino checked into the game. Like you said before, kind of watch that pop pass. They've run so many unpredictable plays out of this formation. Honestly, I'm very shocked. And now here's Walker. He's going to go to the weak side this time. Force his way through. Stopped at about the 2-yard line.
And he didn't get a touchdown there, but that was amazing patience from him. You kind of see him sitting at the line of scrimmage, trusting his guys, waiting for something to open up, and he gets to the 1 or 2 yard line.
And we've seen that throughout this entire game. He did that quite a bit on the last drive. And I think they're trying to just instill this idea inside of the minds of the Eagles defense of not if, but when they're going to kind of get that first down, get that extra 3 yards that they need to score. Walker forcing his way in for his second touchdown of the night. Junior Jays score, make it a 2-score game against the Eagles here in the second quarter.
And if I'm Central right now, I'm starting to get a little scared because Creighton Prep gets the offense back, gets the ball back after the half. And so they have 7 minutes to score, and Creighton Prep has been having these slow, methodical drives. And so if they don't score here, there's a good chance they don't get the ball back until maybe halfway through the third quarter.
McGarry back to kick. His second PAT of the night. And that one is up. And of course, good. 14-0 your score. Junior Jays lead the Eagles in the second quarter. 7:27 left in the game. More football coming up next here at Burke Stadium. Welcome back, everyone. McGarry with a weird squib kick over to the left side of the field, and it's going to roll out of bounds at around the 24-yard line. And that's going to be a flag on the play. I'm not too sure what the game plan was there on that kickoff.
And Central needs as much momentum as possible because Creighton Prep has been having, like I just said, these slow drives. And so if they don't score here, they could be in some serious trouble.
Like you said, especially since Prep gets the ball to start the second half.
Yep. Yeah, and this offense has been doing great for Creighton Prep, and I don't see Central stopping anytime soon.
And I think Central wasn't really expecting this heavy defensive line play and a lot of pressure on B.J. Newsome. I mean, he's had to roll out or has gotten sacked pretty much every time he's dropped back to pass, and I think they're kind of at a loss for what to do here.
I think you got to try to do some screens and bait the D-line.
Newsome going to run it himself over to his left, and that's a decent gain of around 4 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up.
They're using his legs, but this Creighton Prep run defense, I mean, 4 yards isn't that good for the defense, but I mean, they can stop the run, and so B.J. Newsome, I don't know if he has a completion yet other than a screen from the first drive. So they need to start getting the pass game going.
2nd down. 3 receivers over on the far side of your screen. Newsom in the backfield with Haney to his left, and it's going to be a screen, like you said, over to Grigsby. And there's going to be a flag on the play. They might get him for holding there. But that's a really good play there by Omaha Central for a first down and way, way more deep into Junior J territory. But like I said, there was a flag early on the play, and it looks like it's going to be holding on the Eagles. These penalties are just taking away a lot of really, really good plays for Central.
And Yasir Grigsby made some great moves on that. It looked like Angelo Walker tried to break it up, couldn't get to it. And Yasir Grigsby gets about 15 yards on a screen, which you don't see very often.
And, you know, if I'm the Junior Jays, I'm a little worried about those screenplays from Grigsby. Like, obviously, there was a holding call on the play, but he still got a really, really good chunky yards. So they're going to have to watch that the rest of this game.
Absolutely.
Newsom. And it's going to be another screen over to Grigsby, and he's got blockers this time as well. But this time the Junior Jays stop him short. And it's going to be 3rd and long here for the Eagles.
Great tackle by the Junior Jays. Looked like there was a little space at first, but the guys shut their blocks and ended up getting the tackle, bringing it back around to the line of scrimmage.
Central's been running that play very, very well. I mean, obviously, they didn't get very many yards on that time they ran it, but I mean, they had some really good blocks set up, and I think, like I said earlier, it's going to be a dangerous play in the future of this game.
And hopefully we see B.J. Newsom's first pass, and hopefully a first down for Central, or else they're going to have to punt, and they might not get the ball back.
Newsom back to throw again, and he's going to be sacked.
Wow.
And his helmet's going to fall off. Sack made there by number 51, I believe.
Aaron Shaw, he's been having a great breakout year for this Junior J defense.
This Junior J defense, particularly the defensive line, has been excellent, excellent, excellent all game. And it's 4th and beyond 10 here for the Eagles as they punt.
And you can throw away the 5 for 6 on 3rd downs from last week. They are struggling on, every down, I would say. This Creighton Prep defense is doing a great job game planning for them.
Punt's going to be up. Back to Cosmic, and this one he's going to feel a little bit behind him. And he's going to shed one block, and he's still on his feet. And he's brought down at around the 43-yard line. And like you said earlier, Eagles are going to have to try to get a quick 3 and out, or else the Junior Jays are going to take, I would say, the rest of this time on the clock here in the second quarter.
And honestly, if I'm the Junior J defense, I'm going to do what I've been doing and just run the ball, because even if you can't score, you're just burning the clock, because this is starting to become a clock game already.
And you get the ball at the second half, so
Yep.
I think that clock game is going to be really key here in the second quarter.
And obviously it's just the second quarter, so don't count Central out too yet. But Creighton Prep, I believe they're up 20-7 to DeSmet Jesuit, and DeSmet Jesuit came back just so fast before the third quarter even ended to tie it up.
And Jack Lammers is going to make his appearance back on the field since that first drive. He's going to be under center with Walker in the backfield. And he's going to give it to Walker to the outside, and Walker's going to be tripped up really, really early there for a gain of about 1.
That was a great tackle, because that looked like there was going to be a lot of room, perhaps a touchdown. So way to stop that. I believe that was Yasir Grigsby.
Second and 9 here for the Junior Jays.
Clock's ticking away.
Junior Jays, I believe, have only run 1 pass play this whole game, as Lammers lines up here in the shotgun with Walker to his right. And here we go to pass, but a quick flag. Looks like they're going to get Junior Jays on a false start of their own, and that's going to bring up second and 14, I believe.
And so now we're going to see what Jack Lammers can do passing the ball, because we don't see it very much.
And like you said, I think that's just a composure thing. The Junior Jays are just going to have to keep their composure late into this game.
And Jacob Ford, a sophomore going into the game. He's a very fast receiver. I wonder if They got a screen dialed up for him.
Lammers in the shotgun. They're going to have Walker line up in the slot there on the far side of your screen. And he's going to be set in motion. And looks like Lammers going to kind of keep it, but he's stopped right there at the line of scrimmage for a really short gain. And it's 3rd down and long.
Yeah, I don't see the vision with that play. Jack Lammers, I don't think he's very known for his legs or very mobile. I think they were trying to make Central guess pass and maybe get close to a 1st down. But now it's 3rd and long, and
I think you're forced to pass here.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously the run game's very good, but I don't.
And that's what Central wants. They want Creighton Prep to pass the ball because they have not been extremely efficient at it this year.
In comes Brody Austin. Clock is still running as we approach 3 minutes remaining in the half. And it looks like it's going to be a timeout here from the Junior Jays. Looks like they're going to try to draw something up here to get the 11 yards they need. 3:16 remain in the first half of this game. Junior Jays up 14-0. Don't go anywhere. More football coming up next. Everyone to Burke Stadium. It is 3rd and 11 here for the Junior Jays. And it looks like it's going to fake the run. And Lammers is going to make a completion, that time to Brody Austin. He's going to be really close to a 1st down. It looks like he might get it. He's still on his feet.
He's got it.
And he's got the 1st down. Looks like a lot of Eagles defenders were trying to punch the ball out of his hands, but they weren't able to. What a great play there by the Junior Jays. I don't think Central was ready for that at all.
And Torrey Pittman made a lot of effort on that tackle. But, I mean, that's just a size difference at that point, and you can't do much even when you're a 5-star and number 2 in the country at your position.
That's going to be a quick 1st down there for the Junior Jays. What a way to utilize Jack Lammers. Made a great pass as he rolled out to his right. And now this time he's actually going to hand it off over to Walker. And Walker broke a tackle.
Wow.
And he's going to get around 9 yards on the play. There it is again, those yards after contact.
Great vision, great balance from Angelo Walker. And the clock is at 2 minutes, 30 seconds. And I don't think Central is going to have much to do with the ball if they get it back this half.
And it looks like there's an injured Eagle on the field there.
Ooh.
It looks like that might actually be Torrey Pittman.
It looks like Torrey Pittman.
He got up.
That's the last
slow.
person you want to see injured if you're the Eagles. Praise for him. He has a bright future ahead of him.
And he took his helmet off as he walked over to his own sideline, and it looks like both teams will. It looks like Junior Jays are actually going to stay out on the field there.
Clock is still ticking after that injury.
And it's going to be Lammers back under center for 2nd and short. And he's going to give it over to Mike Navarro.
Wow.
He's got a lot of room to run. A quick trick play, tried to bump out to the outside, but he was dropped, but not after a huge gain and a 1st down. They had the entire defense fooled.
Tim Williams, the OC, and this entire offense are absolutely dialed in. And it seems like they can call whatever they want, and it'll give them a 1st down.
I just think that was unexpected out of the Junior Jays because, I mean, Walker's been very, very good all game so far. I think that was the right play.
But I think at this point in the season, teams are realizing that Angelo Walker is a huge part to this offense, so they got to mix it up just a little bit.
And there we'll give it to Walker, and he kind of had some room to run, but ran into, looked like his own lineman as he was attempting to make a block. And that's going to be 2nd and 7 coming up. 1:10
left in the half. And I don't think Creighton Prep would hate settling for a field goal, but obviously when you're touchdown.
Junior Jays still have a timeout left that they might try to use here as the first half winds down to an end. We're under a minute.
I'm willing to bet they want Central to use a timeout before they do, though.
And Walker again just bounced off another Central defender, and he's going to get a lot of yards in that play. He's having himself a really, really good game so far.
And going back to the trenches, this Creighton Prep O-line is still dominating the D-line. It feels like Angelo Walker can just go in any gap and it'll work. Approaching 30 seconds.
Junior Jays kind of hustling up here coming out of the huddle. It looks like they're trying to score a touchdown. And Walker's going to be stopped.
It's a good play by the Central D-line.
Takes a lot of guys to bring him down, and it looks like a timeout will be called. Timeout called by the Junior Jays. I think that was the right play there, as it's going to be first down with 20 seconds left remaining in the game. I think I don't really have any notes here for the Junior J offense. Everything they're doing is working very, very well. There's been a couple plays where they've gotten stopped short, or specifically Angelo Walker's gotten stopped short, but I mean, they've been able to recover from those very, very quickly. I mean, it was 3rd and 11, and they ran a play that worked super duper well, and they were able to get that first down. So I think Junior Jays kind of have a open canvas that is the football field right now against this Eagles defense.
I don't know if I agree with that, because with 20 seconds left and no timeouts, you can't really be running the ball too much. I think this is around the area which rely on Jack Lammers, and you just have to punch it in the end zone with maybe a guy like Sheldon Galladay, Nico Cosmic.
It's like they're going to... I think you made a really good point there. I think it'd be smart to kind of pass toward the sideline. Maybe if you don't get a touchdown, you get out of bounds and can run an extra play. And it's, like you said, Lammers back to throw. And it's going to be, nearly caught. Nearly caught around the, around the 6 or 7 yard line.
That was a great play by Cecile Lorden III.
But incomplete pass means a stop of the clock as well.
Junior corner. That would have pretty much cut the field position in half for the Junior Jays and made things a lot easier. So great play by Lorden.
Now for the Junior Jays, you think you go back to the pass game or try to get it to Walker or punch it in? I mean, that's a lot of yards though. And it looks like they will give it to Walker, and he's going to try to bounce out, but he won't. And there's 10 seconds left, and they're kind of...
They got to hurry.
They're hustling up. 8, 7, and they're lined up again. Lammer's going to spike the ball with 4 seconds left, take the down, and it is going to be 4th down. It looks like the field goal unit's going to come onto the field.
And I'm willing to bet that they ran it to the left side for Rory McGarry, because a lot of kickers, they have a spot where they like to kick it from. Maybe it's the left hash, maybe it's the right hash, maybe it's down the middle. And I wouldn't be surprised if Rory, a left-footed kicker, likes the left hash.
Kick is up, but so is a flag. That one is up and good.
Made pretty easily for Rory McGarry, so no matter what the flag is, I bet he'll just kick it again.
Looks like they're going to get an offsides call on the Central Eagles there. It's going to be another 4th down.
2 seconds left. I think you just do the same thing.
Same thing, right down the middle. I mean, McGarry made that pretty easily, and he had well over enough distance on it. So,
and with a dangerous team like this, I know the score says otherwise, but with a dangerous team like this, you need to take your points.
Absolutely.
Because they're capable of anything in the second half.
McGarry's kick, again, is up and good. 17-0, your score here at Burke Stadium leading into the half. The Junior Jays are able to score able to hold a dangerous Central team to 0 points in the first half. I mean, they did the same thing against DeSmet, and Central did the same thing against Westside. But I think it was a very dominant performance overall for the Junior Jays.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning into the first half. Second half coming up next here on CPSN. Welcome back, everyone, to Burke Stadium, where the Junior Jays lead the Eagles 17-0 at the half. Junior Jays, dominant in the run game, were able to command the trenches very well in the first half. And after a couple, not quite trick plays, but tricky plays from the offense, got them out of some pickles and were able to score very effectively.
And I said it once and I'll say it again, this game is one of the trenches. And Creighton Prep's offensive and defensive line have been terrorizing both sides of Central's offense and defense. And they got to get it right this half. But don't count them out just yet if you're a Central fan, because Creighton Prep, they have blown big leads this season. Week 1 against DeSmet, that game was 20-7. Everyone thought that was wrapped up. And they got it back to tie game just like that.
Absolutely. And I think we should really give a highlight here to this Creighton Prep defensive line. They've been playing very, very well.
And they're young, too. I don't think there's a single senior on that side of the ball.
B.J. Newsom, the starting quarterback for the Eagles, has yet to attempt a forward pass. Being in the pocket, he just doesn't have time. He's either had to roll out or has gotten sacked by a myriad of Junior J defenders.
But yeah, for that defensive line, you have Aaron Shaw, he's a junior. Jake Brock, he's a junior. Gavin Trepp, he's a sophomore. And Colby Hollinger, he's also a sophomore. So this entire defensive line, they're here to stay for a little bit.
And a really, really good offense is going to be back on the field in the Junior Jays. The Central Eagles will kick off here to start this second half. I mean, that's just a really unfortunate spot to be in for Central.
You need to force a 3-and-out here, because if you can't stop them fast, they're going to have a 7-minute drive and potentially score 3 or 7 points. And then you're down with 1.5 quarters left in the football game.
And I think Central is one of those teams where they're very momentum-driven. You know, we kind of saw it against Westside. A lot of momentum going their way. They started playing really, really well. They were kind of feeling themselves. But now being down 17 and have yet to score so far.
Yeah,
I'm going to be curious.
Absolutely, because that game should have been 31-21, and Westside kind of got a garbage time touchdown at the very end. So that was more of a dominant performance than most people think.
Kick is up, and it looks like it's going to be fielded there by Woodward. They're going to hand it off a couple, and now Sheldon Galladay has it. He's over on the outside. He's got room to run. He's still on his feet. He gets hit kind of hard there around the 30, I believe that's like the 37, 38-yard line.
Coach Peter Ewing pulling out a nice little trick play for special teams and putting them in great field position.
And it looks like a player for the Eagles is down at around the 40-yard line. Let's hope he's okay. It's going to be 1st and 10 there from, they're going to call it the 47-yard line. And he's going to be helped up. That's number 5, Robert McDonald Jr., and he's going to walk off the field. Let's hope he recovers well and is okay.
And he's been making plays all game. So prayers up for him.
Lammers on the field. They're not going with that Wildcat, said with an eye, and they're going to give it to Walker to start. And he's going to be kind of dropped early there.
That's a good start for the Central D-line. Putting Angelo Walker in his place, give him only 1 or 2 yards, and forcing Creighton Prep to pass. And if you force them to pass, if there's an incompletion, that stops the clock, gives you more time to score, and come back from this 17-point deficit.
A lot of clock management, I think, required here for Central to win this game. Lammers now back under center. Going to pitch it this time over to Walker. Walker going to be stopped at around the line of scrimmage again. What a start for the Central defense.
You love to see that from Central. Looked like number 68, Kelvon Gordon, on the defensive line got that play. And now it's 3rd and 8, and now you're forcing Creighton to pass, which is exactly what you want to do in this game. And it looks like Preston Woodward is going in for the offense, which you don't see very often from the starting safety.
And, you know, he's also flips to a receiver. So it looks like they're going to kind of try to sub in an extra receiver. They got 3 there on the right side, on just the right side of the field. Lammers in shotgun. He's actually going to hand it off over to Walker, who's going to go to his left side, spin off a guy. He's going to get some decent yards, but it's going to be 4th down.
And that's not a first down, but that is, obviously it's been a very short half.
Wow.
That's Creighton Prep's first positive, really positive run of this half. So you like to see that the run game can still be effective if you call it the right plays.
And it looks like the Junior Jays are going to bring out the punt unit. Their first punt of the game comes in the second half with 10:16 remaining. And I mean, if you're Central, this is exactly what you wanted going into the first half. Stop them early so that you have plenty of time to get down the field and score a touchdown. To punt is the starting running back, Angelo Walker. It looks like they're going to, looked like maybe he was trying to fake it, but it's going to punt it.
Wow.
And it's going to be a touchback. He kind of got the ball and looked downfield there for a minute, but he kept the ball in front of him as if he was going to punt it, and he ended up doing that. And Central is going to set up at the 20-yard line.
And now it's time for guys like BJ Newsom to step up. He's been kind of quiet this entire game, and I mean, from a guy like him, a 4-star, you don't really see that too often.
I mean, that's tough. That's tough if you're BJ Newsom here. I mean, you've gotten sacked a lot, had to roll out a lot, had to use your legs a lot. Haven't really gotten a chance to give your receivers an opportunity to make a play. Now here he comes, looking up. He's going to use his legs, and he's kind of got some room to run. Makes a couple men miss, still on his feet for a first down. And he gets tackled at around the 35-yard line. That's a good play there by the Eagles.
Looks like Preston Woodward was going headhunting there.
It looks like that so far is kind of what's been working here for Central. We kind of saw it a little bit in the first half where he looks to pass but is able to draw out, find a hole there in the pocket, and get a big gain. And that one's going to be complete over to Grigsby. Breaks a tackle. Tried to break 2, but he's dropped, but not after a 5-yard gain. 2nd and medium.
That was a great move by Yasir Grigsby. Made Nico Cosmic miss a tackle, and that is a very good corner.
That's not something you see a lot.
Putting some sparks in the offense, which is good. You'd love to see that.
Pass complete, but he gets rocked by
comeback play from Nico Cosmic. Let up a bit of a larger gain.
That pass is completed to Torrey Pittman, and it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. It's a big down here for the Junior Jays. Let's see if they can carry this defensive momentum into the second half. Pass is complete, that time to Malik Morgan-Hills, and he gets brought back.
Nico Cosmic again on that play. I know obviously he didn't try to miss that tackle, but it's almost a good thing because he breaks that tackle, but then number 10, Malik Morgan-Hills, he goes backwards a little bit, and that probably lost him a little bit more yards than what would have happened if he made that tackle in the first place.
And they're going to go for it here on this 4th and very short. I don't want to call this risky because it is a 1 yard, but I mean, if you don't get it, that's going to be really, really detrimental for this team.
1 for 2 on 4th down last game with a touchdown, so let's see what they can do here.
Newsom looking to pass. It's going to be another screen over to Brixby, but he's got to make a play, and he doesn't. He's going to be stopped short of the first down. Turnover on downs there for the Junior Jays. Another tackle for Aaron Shaw.
He's been having a stellar game. This defensive line as a whole is absolutely locked in and setting a tone for this entire game.
I kind of said it earlier in the game that that's going to be a play we see a lot out of Central because it was working, but the Junior Jays seemed to figure out a way to stop it early, and they did there. I mean, I don't think he got any yards on that play.
Yeah, this defensive line absolutely showing out today.
Now it's going to be 1st and 10. Junior Jays have excellent field position, but appears the official is going to blow a whistle. And we will go to break here on CPSN. Don't go anywhere. 1st and 10 for the Junior Jays coming up next. Welcome back. Lamers tried under center. He's going to keep the ball. Looking to throw deep to Sheldon Galladay, but it's going to be short and incomplete. 2nd and 10.
He's been really struggling with the deep ball. Passing in general.
Sheldon Galladay has kind of been his favorite receiver this whole year.
Absolutely. Clear number 1 for Jack Lamers. And they kind of have built a relationship on and off the field. So that's not surprising to see. And I think you just got to go back to Angelo Walker. He's averaging 3 yards a carry. Just got to get closer to field goal range.
Lamers here in the shotgun. And there it is over to Walker. He's going to kind of find a hole. Got caught up there early, but doesn't matter. He's going to get around 3 yards in the play. Just like you said, averaging about 3 yards. And it's going to be 3rd and 7 coming up.
Looks like Central tried to dial up a blitz, but this, again, I'll say it again. This Creighton Prep offensive line is bullying Central's defensive line, which makes it a positive play, which what looked like should have been negative.
Cosmic checking in. Lamers fakes a handoff to Walker. He gets pressured early, but that pass complete to Bodie Austin. He's got some yards. He tries to spin off Pittman, and that's going to be a 1st down there for the Junior Jays.
It looks like they're doing what Jack Lamers does best in the short passing game, and that was a great play. Looked like he was trying to roll out to the right, but he knew that 41 was going to be right there, and they get a 1st down. And now Creighton Prep is 6 for 10 on 3rd downs.
It looks like that's the same play they ran earlier to get a 1st down off 3rd and 11.
And you're slowly approaching Rory McGarry's field goal range with just under 7 minutes.
Excuse me, that was not Brody Austin. That was Vincent Constantino on the completion there. Lamers over to Walker. Walker finds a hole. Walker still on his feet. He's going to get a 1st down, and they're going to be just shy of the 1st and goal at around the 11-yard line.
This is an extremely physical football game. Creighton Prep loves their ground and pound offense, and it's working great. And I thought at the beginning of this half, Central had found a way to stop it, but it looks like they haven't just yet.
It's going to be 1st and 10. The 1st down to get is around the 3-yard line, and there's going to be an early flag. Looks like it might be there on the.
Looks like on Central.
Looks like on Central. I believe that might be an illegal substitute.
I'm not sure. But I would say penalties have been hurting Central just as much as their run defense has.
To confirm, it was an illegal substitution there on Omaha Central. It's going to be 1st and 5 now for the Junior Jays. Lamers under center. He's going to dump it off early there. A little confused on what happened there on that play. I went over to Mike Navarro. It's going to be 2nd and 5 now.
And Tyler Miles, tight end, will sub in for Creighton Prep, as well as Jacob Ford, wide receiver. So it looks like they're trying to get Jack Lamers to pass, but you never know with this dynamic offense.
Lamers back under center. Gets it to Walker, and he's going to find a hole and gets dropped just before his 3rd touchdown on the night. But that's going to be a 1st down. It's 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. And that's just brutal for this Central defense.
Especially with the clock. Obviously, unless there's a turnover, which Angelo Walker has a bit of a fumbling issue. It's not that big of a concern. But even if you run and you stop them, you're burning 30, 40 seconds off the clock. And if you do that again, worst case scenario for Central is a 3rd down touchdown. I would just let them score right away.
We're all the way down to 5 minutes remaining in this quarter.
And
that's going to be another touchdown for Angelo Walker.
It's a hat trick for the night, I believe.
Junior Jays increased their lead. As you said, hat trick there for Angelo Walker.
He's been having a great game.
He's been having a great year so far. This is he's had several games where he's had 2 or more touchdowns on the night.
And he's finally taking over. Creighton Prep, they don't really like a dual like a duo running back system. Obviously, you have Jake Carney in there, but he's injured right now. So Angelo Walker stepping up and being elite for Creighton Prep.
McGarry's kick is up and good. That's going to make the score 24-0 in favor of the Junior Jays with just under 5 minutes remaining. Eagles offense looking to get some more points on the board. Coming up next here on CPSN. Welcome back, everyone. After McGarry's PAT, he's going to line up to kick it off here for the Eagles. Junior Jays lead Central 24-0.
And this is starting to become a clock game.
And it looks like it's going to be another touchback for McGarry.
And yeah, Creighton Prep, no matter what happens here, you can't let up any explosive plays, which you don't want in general, but you just need a slow drive.
Creighton Prep defense been doing very, very well so far. Limiting Central to only right around 25 passing yards in the first half. Something that Central is not very used to at all. Looks like some confusion there on the offensive side of the ball.
They're due for an explosive play.
Newsom commanding his troops very, very well here. He's in the shotgun. Oh, it looks like a blown up play. Looks like he was trying to hand it off there to number 8, Kylone Haney, but might have been on the wrong side, so he had to take it himself.
Yeah, I mean, looked like he went on the wrong side, but good way to improv for him. Get a couple 2 yards.
It's a decent gain there, especially on a blown up play. Last thing you want is to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and I think.
Yeah, way to react.
Newsom back in the shotgun. And looked like he was going for a screen. Now he's going to take a deep ball. He's got a man kind of wide open. And that one's going to be incomplete after deflected away by Preston Woodward. Pass intended for number 28. Pass intended for number 28, Caprice Keith. What a great play there by the Junior J secondary.
Yeah, Preston Woodward did an amazing job on that coverage because looked like 2 guys were going deep and looked like there was just one single high safety, which was Preston Woodward, and he kind of had to choose. And looked like he was trying to bait the guy going down the middle, expecting him to throw to the sideline, and way to break up that pass.
It's going to be 3rd and 8 here for Omaha Central. It's a great pass, though, there by Newsom. Got it right in his hands. Now here he goes again. He's going to have to run, and he gets dropped for another sack.
And I don't even know who got the sack there because I saw 4 or 5 guys get there. I know one of them looked like number 76, Cooper Fix.
And Central's forced to punt. Punt away to the Junior Jays, who've been very dominant on the offensive side of the ball.
And if I'm Junior Jays, I really want to get this drive just to the quarter at least.
To punt it away, it looks like Jamal Jackson, number 42. That one's going to go up over to Cosmic.
Averaging
and
12
he's still
yards.
up on his Left side, and he's got blockers. He's still running.
That's more than 12.
He's got a couple to beat, and he returns it. Touchdown, Creighton Prep.
He has been such an underrated part of this team. You know, you talk about this dominant defense. You talk about Angelo Walker. Not many people talk about Nico Cosmic and his power in the punt return game. He has been great all season and adding a different element to this Creighton Prep team.
That's his second punt return on the season. He also has a pick 6 to his name. He's been a force here on the defensive side of the ball for the Junior Jays.
And we will see Central back on the field very soon.
That was kind of a slow developing punt return there. It looks like they tried to fake one of those handoffs that we saw in the kickoff, and it worked really well. They only had to block a few guys and worked out very well.
Yep, Coach Peter Ewing on special teams. I feel like this coaching staff as a whole has really stepped up in these past couple of years. You know, there's kind of been some offensive coordinator issues. That seems like it's fixed now with Coach Williams. And Coach Ewing has really stepped up the special teams. You know, I've never looked at this Creighton special teams and thought, wow, what a unit. But now, I mean, I think this is probably their second best unit to their defense. And you don't see that from many teams at all.
31-0 your score. Junior Jays lead, and it's going to be kicked off right back into the hands of the Eagles. I think this is a really key game. Like I said, for both of these teams, this is the Junior Jays' first real challenge. And Central coming off of a really, really good win against Omaha West Side.
And something I noticed was Central's only loss. They had 12 rushing yards. And I personally can't recall the last time Central tried to run the ball with their running back. It feels like whenever they're running ball in general, it's kind of BJ Newsom panicking a little bit. So you just need to calm him down and see if maybe you can get some points on the board and see if you can get kind of a snowball effect going with that.
McGarry's kick is another deep one. It's going to result in a touchback here for the Junior Jays once again.
And I know you said this earlier, Central's a very momentum-driven team, and they need to get something going here because I don't know if it's going to be if they can't score right here, it's going to be a very hard game to come back from.
3:18 remaining here in this third quarter. Junior Jays have done a great job of draining that clock whenever they have the ball. Central back on the field now. Newsom again kind of commanding his troops, calling guys off the sideline. Newsom rolls to his right, looking, still looking. Now he's forced out. He's going to make a pass close to the sideline, complete to Caprice Keith, and he's still up on his feet. That's good for a first down and a lot more there for the Eagles.
Looks like he was out of bounds for a second, but great job of keeping his feet obviously inbounds and getting a gain of around 15.
I think that's some great patience there from BJ Newsom. He was able to kind of let the routes develop. Looks like the Junior J secondary kind of had a lot of guys guarded, but he waited his turn and was able to make a complete pass, and now they have a first down. Rolling to his left. And it looks like he's just going to tuck it.
Oh.
A big hit delivered early there on that run, but he's going to be stopped right where he dropped his shoulder.
And I think you got to run the ball here because, I mean, it is hard to pass the ball after taking a hit like that. Your head's kind of spinning. You just got to relax, give it to someone else for a second.
Looks like that was kind of a stalemate there. It looks like both guys kind of tried to deliver a blow. Newsom now back in the shotgun. Seen this formation a lot. He's going to go to pass. Quick pass. That one incomplete. Intended for number 10, Malik Morgan Hills, and a flag is thrown late.
Rocket.
They're going to call holding there on the offense.
That is probably the last thing you want to see. And I think I said it before, but I would say the second worst part for Central's game so far has been these penalties. They have been absolutely detrimental and just drive killers so far.
It's like the refs are kind of conversing here.
I'm surprised Creighton Prep took that penalty because a 3rd and 8 with how Central's offense has been doing on 3rd down so far, I'm willing to take that risk.
Junior Jays are going to accept the penalties here, and now it's going to be looks like 2nd and 15. 2nd and 17, excuse me, for Central.
Let's see if taking that call is the right decision or not.
Newsome looking. Tries to deliver a deep ball, kind of lobbed up, and it's going to be caught! Caught at the 30-yard line. What a great play there by Central.
That's the spark they needed on offense.
That pass was caught by Caprice Keith. He had a lot of defenders around him, was able to come down with it, and now they're close to the red zone here. Now, if I'm the Junior Jays, you just got to kind of keep your composure, and if you're Central, keep this up.
You can't let that get to you. You know, you're up 31 points. You just got to stay level-headed. That's okay. Some explosive plays happen.
Newsome now. Going to hand it off right away to Haney, and he's going to be dropped after a gain of 3.
And I would say that's one of the weaknesses with this Junior J secondary, because your 2 starting safeties, Jordan Udofia, he's 5'9", and Preston Withers, he's 5'10". So if you just send a big receiver out there and just lob it up, there's a good chance they're going to bring it down.
But the question is, does he have time to lob it up?
Right there he did. Pocket looked great for him right there.
Newsome going to use his legs again. He's got some room to work, and he's going to be dropped short of the first down, but it's going to be 3rd and short. Clock is still running as we approach a minute remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
You need to score before the end of the quarter. I think that's huge for this Central team.
Being held scoreless for 3 quarters is a huge momentum killer. I think they're going to be able to kind of keep this up.
They look tired out there because don't forget, there was just a punt return touchdown, so they've been out here for, I would say, half the quarter. Been a lot of cardio.
Newsome back out in the shotgun. He's got Haney to his left. And he's going to roll out. It's going to be a quick pass completed on the left side. He's got room to run. He's going to make a big gain. That one complete. Excuse me, I believe that was, again, Caprice Keith on that. It's going to be first down just shy of the 10-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10. They're going to have to try to get to the 1-yard line.
They need to score in 20 seconds.
Already lined up, ready for the next play. This is the best offensive drive we've seen at a Central so far. And it's going to be deep ball into the corner, and it's going to be overthrown. That one intended, I believe that's Torrey Pittman there. Guarded by Jordan Udofia.
They have about 1 or 2 more plays left in this quarter, I would say. And both of these are must score.
I think that's a great point you made earlier, the height difference on them. It looked like he kind of just tried to lob it up, tried to give Torrey Pittman enough room to make the play there on Udofia, but overthrown a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
And it's going to be 2nd and 10. Newsome again. A lot of the same formation-wise here for the Eagles so far in this game. Newsome pressured. He's going to roll out, and he's still on his feet, and he's going to get hit right at the goal line. Oh, my goodness. Helmet went flying. What a hit by the Junior J defense.
He did not want to go down. That helmet rolled 5 yards. My God.
What a hit.
And that's the quarter.
(31-0) is how the quarter will end. Ball gets spotted at just about the goal line after a disgusting hit by this Junior J defense.
1st and goal at the 1, but my God, that is demoralizing if I'm Central.
It's tough to see who exactly laid the hit. Looked like it was someone from the secondary. They kind of had some speed running into him.
BJ Newsome trying to make a play. Down 31 with 1 quarter left. You can't really slide in these type of situations. And he accepted the risk. He took the consequence.
Final quarter coming up next here on CPSN. Don't go anywhere. 1st and goal, Omaha Central. Welcome back, everyone, to Burke Stadium. That was Grant Harpster on the hit at the goal line, delivered to B.J. Newsome. But it's going to be first down, and they have 4 more tries to get in the end zone. And he is going to get it here. I believe that's actually Kylon Haney there who ran it in. Touchdown, Omaha Central. Their first points of the game come in the 4th quarter.
And I'm expecting a lot of this Creighton Prep offense when they get the ball back, because they have had so much time to get their energy back. And it'd be very disappointing if they weren't just rejuvenated when they get the ball back.
B.J. Newsome is going to come back onto the field. Looks like they're going to try to go for 2 here, just get as many points as they can. Try to shrink the deficit.
If they don't get this, this is a 4-score game rather than 3, which makes things a whole lot harder.
Newsome, back to pass. He's going to have to roll out, and he's going to throw it, and it's going to be caught by Yasir Grigsby. 2-point conversion is good.
That was a good pass, and even better catch by Yasir Grigsby. Looked a little high, but B.J. Newsome under pressure. He's been kind of struggling in that aspect tonight. That was a good pass to a wide open Yasir Grigsby.
That was a great possession there by Omaha Central. They were able to get the first points on the game. New score is going to be 31-8. With 11:57 to go in the game. Now, if you're Creighton Prep, are you just looking to run the ball as much as you can, drain the clock, or are you going to try to get down the field and score another one to make this, to kind of get those points back, for lack of a better word?
Well, it's a 3-score game, and I'm willing to bet that Central gets the ball back 3 more times. So I think if you just kick a field goal here, make it 4 scores, I'd be satisfied with this drive.
It's going to be Sheldon Galladay, Preston Woodward, and Caleb Burton to return this kick. Central struggling on defense. They did force a punt out of Creighton Prep early into the 3rd quarter. And it's going to be a weird onside kick here. And the Junior Jays are going to hop on top of it just in time. A lot of Eagles running as fast as they could towards that area.
That says a lot about what these Central coaches think about where they are in this ballgame if they're going for an onside with 12 minutes left.
Tyler Miles was able to jump on top of it just in time. But now Junior Jays have great field position at their own 40-yard line.
And like I said, a field goal, I'd be very satisfied with that. Put it back at a 4-score game.
Any points are good points if you're Creighton Prep here.
Angelo Walker not out there. No, he is out there. Never mind.
Ben Leslie in at quarterback now, number 7. The sophomore, he's going to give it to Walker, and Walker's going to be stopped right around the line of scrimmage.
And Ben Leslie, we saw him last week for a couple plays. He delivered an absolute bucket, about 35 yards in the air. So maybe he can bring something different to this passing game.
In come Woodward and Constantino. 2nd and 10 here for the Junior Jays. No gain on that play from Angelo Walker. That's something that you don't really hear too often out of this Junior Jay offense. Leslie under center. It's going to be a pitch. It's going to be a trick play. It looks like it's back to
Oh!
But it's going to be not a lot of gain on the play, maybe a yard. The trick play results in a gain, but it's going to be 3rd and 9 coming up here for the Junior Jays and the sophomore quarterback.
Luckily, the clock's still ticking, but
they're going to actually put him behind where he was. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
And 3rd and 10, they're keeping, looks like Ben Leslie's still out there. You know, this game isn't over just yet, so you'd think maybe they put in Jack Lammers, but.
In the shotgun, Leslie, he's going to have to roll out to his left. He's on the move, and he's going to make the throw deep downfield. Caught by Brody. Oh, my goodness. Looked like he had the catch there around the 25-yard line, but it popped right out of his hands, and the Junior Jays are going to be forced to punt.
That was a great throw, but also I think a smarter thing to do. That was a great throw again, but it looks like he could have ran for a good amount of yards. And in a game like this, you just want to burn some clock. And I think that would have been the smarter thing to do.
Fourth and 10 here for the Junior Jays. Angelo Walker back to punt. That was a deep ball there by Brody Austin. Or excuse me, by Leslie.
That's just what we did last week. Ooh.
Walker, his punt nearly blocked. Looks like it might actually got a hand on it. It's going to bounce backwards, unfortunately. And Central's going to try to pick it up and run. Not too sure why Junior Jays didn't touch it while it was on the ground, rolling the opposite direction.
And you cannot let up an explosive play like last drive, or else Central, again, is very much in this game. So you just got to let, honestly, if B.J. Newsom wants to scramble for his 6 yards and get hit every single time, I'm okay with that. You just can't let up another 40-yard pass like before.
And, you know, like we said, very momentum-driven.
And they're getting some.
Looks like it's going to be a media timeout here at Burke Stadium. First and 10, Central from their own 42-yard line. Don't go anywhere. Football coming up next. First and 10 for the Eagles here at their own 42-yard line. Some great field position. And it's going to be Newsom back to pass. Pressured again, but he's going to escape using his legs. And he's got some room to run. He's got some blockers as well. And he's going to slide there.
He's gotten much more elusive than earlier in this game. And I think you have to after you get sacked for, what, 3-4 times?
But now they're at the Junior J 42-yard line. And this Junior J defense has kind of gotten a little sloppy here in this fourth quarter.
Absolutely. And they've kind of struggled with closing these games out.
Newsom back in the shotgun with Haney to his right. Back to pass. He's looking. That pass incomplete. Intended, I believe, for number 8, Kyle, or no. Apologies. Intended for Yasir Grixby. It's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Omaha Central Eagles.
Just under 10 minutes, and I honestly think the smart thing to do is to get a spy out there for B.J. Newsom, because that's been the worst part of this Creighton Prep defense is containing him.
That's where a lot of their yards came from last drive as well. As you said, you know, he's just able to escape the pocket and get 7-8 yards. Back to pass. Pressured. And he's going to fumble. Oh! And it's picked up by the Junior Jays. Angelo Walker. They're going to call him down. They're going to say he was down before he dropped the ball.
Looked pretty close out there. I don't know.
They're going to call him down, and it's going to be 3rd and 14 here. 3rd and 15 here for the Eagles. Now at the Junior J 49-yard line.
I think the biggest threat on a long play like this is containing the quarterback and making sure he doesn't scramble. I mean, you just saw like a 20-yard scramble from him, so.
In the shotgun. Now he's in the pocket. Pressured early. He's going to lob it up, but it's all just Junior Jays around, and it's intercepted.
Nico Cosmic.
And he's going to be running up the field. He's got some blockers, and he's going to be tackled at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, and I see what he was trying to do. He's just trying to make a play happen and lob the ball up in the air. But there's a guy right in his face. He has no time to be like reading the field and throwing these deep balls. He's kind of just throwing up a prayer and hoping.
Unfortunately, for Central, threw it into a sea of Creighton Prep secondary, and it's going to be another interception for Nico Kosmic on the season.
And good communication by Creighton Prep, because there was about 3 or 4 guys out there. And I think there could have been a good chance that they all went up for it at once and it just hits the ground. But
first and 10 here for the Junior Jays.
Ben Leslie back out there.
Leslie's going to hand it off. I believe that was number 22, Jake Carney on the rush there. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Looks like they got a couple of the second stringers in there against the Central defense.
You still see guys like Sheldon Galladay out there, though. So
Leslie. Another handoff over to Carney.
Good move.
This time he's still on his feet, going to the outside, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds, but not after a first down here for the Junior Jays.
And honestly, as a viewer, I want to see Ben Leslie make some passes. Is it the smart thing to do? No, I think you run the ball and burn the clock, but that throw he just made earlier was probably the best throw Creighton Prep has had all season, and I want to see what this kid can do.
Looks like they're not quite moving the change. I believe a flag might have been thrown, and it's going to be against the Junior Jays. So this one's going to get moved back, actually, after a great rush by Carney for a first down. And now it becomes 2nd and 15 here for the Junior Jays.
And here is where we see Ben Leslie pass the ball.
Leslie's going to line up under center. He's got Navarro and Carney in the backfield behind him in an I formation. And they're going to give it over to Carney, and he's going to be stopped at around the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down and very long here for the Junior Jays.
This Central defense has really stepped up. I know, obviously, the last play was kind of a penalty thing. They got the first down, but I think this is their 3rd or 4th. If they force a punt here, this will be their 3rd or 4th drive on offense this quarter. They just need to capitalize on these opportunities.
Kosmic's going to check in the game for Navarro. 3rd and 15 here for the Junior Jays. Leslie under center. He's got Carney behind him. Leslie's going to fake the handoff, roll to his right. He's got time. He's going to deliver a pass complete to Kosmic. And there's going to be a flag late after the hit. It is going to be 4th down, but that's a really good. Looks like it actually might have been incomplete there. They're going to say it's going to be targeting there on the defense. And that's going to result in a first down for the Junior Jays. Excuse me, it was complete. It's going to be 15 yards after where Kosmic caught the ball. So that's just going to be more and more yards added to that drive.
And just as Central's defense is trying to get figured out, Creighton Prep puts in a new quarterback and adds a whole new layer to this offense, which shakes things up completely.
It's a great pass there by Leslie as well. Kind of had to thread the needle, got it right in the hands of Kosmic for a great completion and a first down.
I didn't see anybody open there, so great job on his part.
Oh, that one intended to get to Mike Navarro, but it's going to be a fumble. It's still loose, and the Junior Jays, I believe, fall on it.
Looks like Central recovered
Oh,
it.
nope, Central did recover it. It got bobbled a couple times. That one was another one of those fake handoffs intended there for Mike Navarro, but it looks like there might have been some miscommunication between Leslie and Navarro, and it's going to be a fumble. It's going to fall back into the possession of the Eagles, but 6 minutes remaining in the game. Clock is still going down. Gotta wonder how much time the Eagles have to try to cut this lead down. Eagle offense back onto the field after the forced fumble. Looks like whistle's going to be blown here. Officials talking.
If I'm Creighton Prep on defense, I'm probably going to stop dialing up all these blitzes. While they're working, obviously blitzes, they let up explosive plays. And you just need to win this football game and not make anything fancy happen.
Looks like it might have been.
I don't know what they could be talking about here.
Clock's going to go back to 5:55, and it's going to stop there. Officials talking with the Junior J coaching staff. They're still met there in the middle at the line of scrimmage. And they're going to blow the whistle. First and
added 13 seconds left on the clock.
yeah, here's Newsome looking to throw. He's going to go deep. A flag is thrown around the pocket, and it's nearly intercepted. Nearly intercepted there by number 20.
Looked like
that's Grant Harpster again.
Looked like holding back there. Maybe 54. He's kind of throwing his arms up. That is Javaris Haynes.
Great ball there, thrown by Newsome. Got it deep around the end zone, but
nearly intercepted.
There were three defenders around there, and it's kind of hard to get it right in the pocket of your receiver when you have 3 defenders in the area.
I think Creighton Prep is doing exactly what I was saying. You can't really be dialing up fancy blitzes. You just got to make sure nothing explosive happens.
I think that's a great take.
6 minutes left.
It is going to be holding there on the offense, and now it's 1st and 20 for Omaha Central on their own 35-yard line. 1st and 21, excuse me, on their own 35-yard line. And it's going to be a run play there for Haney, and he's got some room to run. He delivers a mean hit.
Flag on the play.
Another flag on the play.
I didn't see anything, but I wouldn't be surprised based off of where it is if this is another holding call.
I think we said it earlier.
There it is.
Penalties are going to eat up this Central team. A lot of really good plays that have gotten called back. A lot of really good plays that got stopped early because of penalties. And it looks like they're going to move back even some more, and it's going to be 1st and 26 from their own, looks like from their own 28-yard line.
And this seems like it's pretty much guaranteed to pass as starting running back Kylan Haney just went on the sideline. Looks like some miscommunication from Central.
Newsome here in the shotgun. He does still have a running back to his left in the backfield here. Snaps the ball. Looks, it's going to be a screen pass. That one to Keith. And Keith's going to be dropped short of the line of scrimmage for another loss.
Creighton Prep rotates 3 defensive linemen in. And this unit has so much depth that even though 3 of these starters are going out, I bet BJ Newsome's still going to be feeling a whole lot of pressure.
Now we got 2nd and 33 coming up next. They got to go a third of the field just to get a first down.
And they're taking their time. Clock's running, but they just aren't really rushing to the ball.
Newsome again, looking. That one's going to be complete to Brewer Jr., his first completion. And he's going to be hit still on his feet, but he gets dropped.
Jacob Ford on the tackle absolutely swords the ball. And again, I've said it so many times now, keeping these explosive plays under wraps. And now it's 3rd and 29, and Central is going to need a miracle here. And they've had a couple this game. Approaching 4 minutes left.
Eagles lining up. Like you said, they're kind of taking their time. It's going to be 3rd and 29 here after a 4-yard pass completion. And now he's going to be pressured. He's looking, pass completed, that one to Yasir Grigsby, but he's going to be stopped short of the line to gain. But I mean, that's a really good play. That's a lot of yards.
Yep.
But penalties just kind of destroyed them, and now it's going to be 4th down.
Tackled by number 30, David Haney. First game starting, and he's played great so far.
4th and 8 here for the Eagles.
I don't know what they're doing, because I feel like they had a good chance to come back here, but they just, I mean, they're still discussing a play right now. And the clock's just ticking, and it's under 3.5 minutes now.
Now here's Newsome. Tried to use his feet, but got blocked up. And it's complete for the first down. Oh my goodness. Still on his feet. Still on his feet, I believe that's Caprice Keith. Wow, they got the first down. It was 1st and 33 at one point, and they were able to go all the way back for the first down. What a great few plays there for the Junior Jays, or excuse me, for the Eagles.
And he went out of bounds, which is huge. Stopping the clock, 3 minutes left. You're still going to need a miracle, but... And never mind, the clock just started running again.
Down 23 with just under 2 minutes left. They're going to hand the ball off to Haney, and he's still up after getting hit a couple times, and he's still up after getting hit again. He got out of bounds after a gain of 15 yards. That's a great play there by the Eagles. But you got to wonder if it's too little, too late. Where has this been the whole rest of the game?
This has been a very long drive. I think this defense is just starting to get pretty tired, even with all the depth that they have.
Another run play over to Haney, and he's still up. And he gets tossed out of bounds at around the 10-yard line for another first down, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the Eagles. They got a nice drive going on over here. And a Junior J defender fell down. Looks like a non-contact injury, and he's going to have some trainers rush over to him. Down is number 23 for the Junior Jays, Jordan Udofia. He's been very good here for this Junior J secondary so far in this game. Got some tackles, got a couple deflections as well, and he's going to walk off the field on his own.
Yeah, he's been helping out a lot. But, I mean, 2:15 left in the game. I bet he just sits out, and hopefully watches a win.
Central taking their time, probably trying to draw something up, get some more points on the board. Newsome commanding his troops well here. In the shotgun formation again. Kind of just standing there. Looks like he's waiting for some sort of go-ahead. The official's going to turn towards the Junior J sideline.
What is going on?
Looks like some issues with the clock. Maybe. Had a couple issues not too long ago here in the game. And now the officials are gonna, they're gonna start talking. And they're going to put 2:36 on the clock instead of the previous 2:15. Now here's Newsome. Excuse me, that was Haney there on the rush, and now there's another Central offensive player who's down. Looks like the medical team was quick to come to his assistance. We wish him the best. Here at CPSN, we will go to break. Don't go anywhere. First and goal for Omaha Central coming up next. Welcome back to Burke Stadium. That was Kelvon Gordon, who was down with the injury, and he limped off the field. Prayers up for him. Hope he gets better. Second and goal here for Omaha Central. It's going to be Newsome again in the shotgun. And he's going to hand it off right away to Haney. And Haney's going to fight his way close. He's going to be short of the goal line. Third and goal. It's like he's about 2 yards short of the goal line. And Central's going to line up quick.
2 minutes left.
Give it straight to Haney.
There it is.
And he's going to cross the goal line for a touchdown. They're signaling touchdown. Waiting for the official call. And, yep, they're going to call it a touchdown. Central with their second touchdown of the game. Both of them coming in the fourth quarter. Looks like I
bet they're going to go for two.
Might go for two again here, yeah. Just try to cut the lead down. 31-14 your score as of right now. Ball gets placed at the hash mark for 2-point conversions. And this Junior J defense is going to look to get a stop here. Keep Central from running up the score.
That'd be huge because that makes it a 3-score game rather than 2. But it might just be too late for anything to happen.
And the ball is going to get lobbed over. Oh, it's caught.
Wow.
What a catch.
Where was this Central team all game?
Henry Owen on the coverage wasn't enough. I believe that might be Yasir Grigsby there on the 2-point conversion. It's going to be 31-16 with just under 2 minutes left remaining in this ball game.
And yeah, Yasir Grigsby, he's been a stud while the Central team has been relatively quiet all game. He's been one of the few bright spots.
Junior Jays have not scored since, I believe, in the third quarter, maybe early in the fourth quarter. We've had 31 for a while now, but they're going to get the ball back with just under 2 minutes left, and I think that might be how they're going to want it to end it. Probably going to see a lot of running, which, I mean, how's that different from the normal Creighton prep we've seen all game? And Angelo Walker.
It looks like they're going to be right for an onside.
Nearly didn't recover the last onside kick. Like you said, maybe they're going to try and cover it early here. Kick it off, number 36, Robin Vargas Pablo. (31-16) your score. 1:57 remaining in the game. Vargas Pablo is going to walk up to it, and it's going to be an onside kick, and
looks touching.
Looks like, yep. Looks like an Eagle may have hit the ball before it crossed 10 yards.
That should do it. Central does have 3 timeouts though, so maybe they'll get the ball back. Another onside.
Even then, I think it might be a reach here for the Eagles.
Absolutely.
Gonna re-kick it now from the 35-yard line instead of the 40. Gotta wonder if it's just gonna be another onside kick.
I'm sure it is.
And it is, but this time to the other side, and this one's kicked very far, and they're gonna let it go out of bounds, and that's gonna be a penalty in and of itself. There's gonna be some good field position here for the Junior Jays. Just under 2 minutes remaining.
And I think you just got to run the ball here. Honestly, I think this is where you use guys like Mike Navarro, Colin Corrigan, some big, strong guys that you know won't fumble.
It's like they're going to set up camp at around the 35-yard line. Still in the huddle.
First down just about does it. Central still has 3 timeouts.
Now it looks like that. It is still going to be Ben Leslie in at quarterback.
This is shocking. He's been playing all quarter.
Leslie's going to get it over to Walker. Walker's got a block.
It's huge.
And that's
huge gain with this much time left.
It's going to be a gain of 6. And timeout called by Central. Trying to stop the clock at 1:48.
Seems like a first down would do it.
Got to just kind of bait out the timeouts, like you said.
Yeah.
First down, they just don't have enough. Not enough timeouts, not enough time. As they're down 15 points with 1:48 remaining in the game, and they don't have the ball. Like you said, it is a 2-possession game, though. But I think it's unlikely that they get the ball back.
Yeah, you have to force a turnover, and you have to stop a first down. But after a 5-yard carry, it's pretty hard to stop a first down. So
I think what it came down to is the Crane Prep defense. I think the Crane Prep defense was easily the standout.
And penalties. They killed themselves, honestly. This could have been, I don't know who would have won, but this could have been a much better game than it actually was if they were more disciplined.
I think the Junior Jays did a great job in limiting the pass, not in their secondary coverage, but rather just not letting Newsome get any passes off. I mean, with sacks, and they made him fumble, they made him roll out to his right, roll out to his left, use his legs to try to get first downs, and he did. But when he didn't, that's what made the difference. Forcing the punts, and they drained so much clock that Central didn't really have a lot of opportunities, really, to try to make plays. And I mean, they did make some very good plays, but I think a lot of it was just too little too late.
Yeah, B.J. Newsome didn't have a lot to work with being under pressure that consistently. But when he was under pressure, he made some great plays.
Just a reminder, this is the Central team that beat Westside just a week ago at Westside.
Hopefully, this isn't too discouraging a loss for them. This is still a ranked team, number 3 in the state. They can still come back. They can still make playoffs, make a great push.
Very dangerous team in Omaha Central. Leslie, and he's gonna push for the first down on his own. He had way more than enough time.
And that should do it.
1:30 remaining, and the clock is going down. Central does have a timeout left, but looks like
that's it.
Looks like they're not going to use it.
So that's still Ben Leslie in there for victory formation. That adds a lot of questions for Creighton Prep's offense next week versus Fremont, I believe.
Still haven't snapped the ball yet. Looks like they're just waiting
Yep.
enough time. And he's going to take a knee.
Yep.
I believe they might have one more.
Yeah, Creighton Prep played a dominant win. They let up 16 points, but 8 of those were at the very end. And for an offense like this that just put up 31 on a team that's been dominant for so long, this is an extremely impressive performance.
And I think this is really the first test that Junior Jays have faced.
Yeah, since Lincoln South.
Since Lincoln Southeast, they beat that ranked team, and now they just beat the number 4 team in the state as the number 3 team in the state.
And I think there's a lot of doubts going into this game, but they shut those up real fast. And
held scoreless really in the first half.
Yep. I'm very excited to see Creighton Prep play Westside here at Burke Stadium in 2 weeks.
And again, this is a Central team that's been really dominant in the air, and they were held to very, very little.
I would say under 100 yards for sure.
Or close to 100 yards.
Yeah.
As we take a look, let's take a look into the future of both these teams. Creighton Prep faces Fremont next week, and we'll finish off at Westside and versus Norfolk here again at Burke Stadium. And I mean, after this game, Junior Jays move on to 6-0, still undefeated. And I mean, I think the only
game you gotta circle is Westside on
absolutely.
October 17th.
I think it's been a very one-sided the last couple of years, but I think
Fremont, all respect due to them, I think Fremont could be a bit of a trap game for us, especially after being a team like this. I think next week, I think Creighton Prep is going to be extremely cocky, extremely confident going into themselves. But that's kind of what happened last year. We kind of got going on a win streak, and then we lost to Fremont. So Creighton Prep is going to take this Fremont game very seriously. And then obviously Westside, you need to take that game extremely seriously. And then you're closing out with Norfolk.
And now let's take a look into the future of Omaha Central. They face off against Papillion La Vista next week, and then finish off at Miller North and against Fremont at home. And I mean, I think these are 3 wins here. I think there's 3 wins here for Omaha Central. I think they can easily finish the year with just 2 losses, which is very impressive for the Eagles here. And they're going to be a force to be reckoned with going into the state tournament.
Just can't get too discouraged off of this loss. You know, it's the number 3 team in the state for Class A. So they put up a good fight against a very good team.
Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. This has been Chris Hillebrand alongside Charlie Razgershek. Signing off here at Burke Stadium. Junior Jays win 31-16 against Omaha Central. Thank you so much, everyone, and good night.
Good night.